In this session, I am going to attempt to paint over all this artwork for my patrons on patreon.com. If you want to get the paint over, you can become a Patreon, and then I'll try to pick like a few pieces a month and paint over, or every 15 days actually. Okay, so first we're gonna get the basic portrait and portrait, just these two. So every time you send in a portrait, you should send me a reference, but I found a reference anyways, so it's not that hard. It's Audrey Hopper. So what you have here is your value is, and everything is pretty much okay, but the value is slightly off. And here, this is light, and if you look at that, you try to zoom out and see what the actual value are on every and each area. So you see that's kind of blocked. Start blocking it, but this one, all the edges are really soft. So I except the hair and the eyebrows, and the rest of them are pretty soft. So I wouldn't. Well, it's a good enough reference actually. So and then the rest of the face, like if you compare the value here, 72, yours is a lot lighter. 92, that's way off. If you want to like practice painting value, you have to be aware that value has to be accurate also. So here I'm just gonna do the easy fix, which is I'm gonna use multiply with 30%, and it's gonna zoom out a little bit. It's gotta be about the same. This is way big. 1500 should be enough. There we go. So there, now we have the value kind of pretty similar, even a bit darker. That's probably about 70, 80. Oh, you can go a bit darker actually. That might be too dark. Try to squint a little bit. I think that's about right. Maybe 75. That's good. I'm gonna erase some of them using soft brush. But I mean, these are the subtle parts, so it's probably not as important as when you're trying to get this whole shape to look correct, right? And you probably want to clean that up. And that. And this, you look at all these values, they are pretty similar, so what you have here is way too dark, so you want to kind of get them all in here, and then get the darker edge. Just gonna erase that out, I guess. Gotta stay closer to the microphone so you can actually hear me. And then you're gonna erase the top part out. What the hell is that? Okay. Just gotta move out here a little. Out here a little. And then this should be slightly lighter. This, you see the edge of the nose come all the way there, so, and it's a little bit more triangular than you think it is. And this part you could just flatten it. That's out here, and then the nostril slightly smaller on this side, and just push that back a little bit. Just a matter of like shaping. But you know, I always recommend people to, if you wanted to study portrait and you want to get better, do master study like John Singer Sargent or something. Don't just try to paint pretty girls. I mean, it helps, but it doesn't help as much as doing a master study. Those will make you a lot better, faster. This, it's okay, everybody does it, and you know, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. and go down. That's a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna try to, like don't. I'm not gonna finish, but I'm just gonna point out some parts that are crucial. This part you can have it. I'm gonna use texture brush now. A bit lighter here. This also could be a bit lighter. Slightly. I just don't really like painting from photograph that much. Alright, so and then here you can add a little bit more lighter on the lips. See what I mean? This part can be slightly darker here, and that is a slope, so this I'm going to soften it up a bit. Use that, and this plane actually comes down. Soften the edge on here. This got to be slightly lighter. And this is a little bit wider. Get a line there. Some subtle change around also here. That you're going to have occlusion. And if you notice, I haven't zoomed in yet, because when you zoom in, your value get all blurry, and you're not going to be able to see them as simple as it should be. So you want to keep everything simple. And in here on the eye socket, you have it too close. And open it up a little bit. And let's see here. Use this one. Soften it up a bit. This nose bridge should be slightly lighter. And soften that a bit. Yeah, this photo is they doctored it so everything look kind of like have a soft glow. So I don't really like a lot of soft edge because it makes everything look too digital. I like to play with brush stroke a lot. So here, tone that down. Eyebrows could be a bit longer. And tone down the top edge. You see, like there's a little bit of gradient and texture there. So we play with that. That one come all the way down a little bit here, and you have a little bit darker area there, and a little bit of shadow on this side. The eye should be quite bigger there, and this should be higher, and that go all the way almost down to the bottom. You can see the white of this side a little bit. And that kind of have a more of a circular shape, and this upper eyelash will go higher slightly. That will touch it there. Damn it, my neck's killing me. Damn you, Nick. And this is gonna go a bit lighter. Usually you're gonna have that is a little bit bigger area for the shadow. So how long is this already? Almost 10 minutes. And you see these are the edge right there, right? So you're gonna have to kind of this a little bit darker there. And then a bit lighter here. And you see this kind of jawline over there, so I'm just going to pull this cheekbone down a bit on the slight face. This will be slightly darker. Why is it not darker? There. And you have a little bit of transition. And I'm just going to leave the brush stroke because I don't like them too smooth. And that area is a bit dark, lighter. I'll go all the way here. And then that go all the way to up there. It's kind of like along the same line, this cheekbone. You see this structure of the cheekbone. Just drag it all the way up. Make it a bit lighter. And this, I'm going to lighten that up a little bit because the cheekbone is getting slightly lighter, so this part should be quite a bit lighter. That eye needs a lot of fixing. I'm not sure if I'm going to fix the whole thing, but we'll see. I still have a lot of stuff to fix here. That should be a little bit bigger here. What the hell? Should be lighter, bro. There we go. And that kind of go higher on the curve and come down. And this kind of push that up a bit. That white. Come down a bit more. You see, like the bottom of is the edge of the circular shape that touches the lower eyelid. And then you have another sort of like a eyelash up there. I might need to change the nip of my Wacom. It doesn't really want to obey me today. A little bit there. The crease touches, and that part, this eyebrow is a lot darker than that one. So I'm going to tone that one down a bit. Oops, too much there. And I'm not. This I'm going to add a little bit of maybe some texture brush, pushing it in. That one broke one. There we go. And just going to go slightly darker. You're going to have, again, that I think they might have darkened the crab because this will look a little, yeah, they're supposed to be harder edge on a real person. So I'm just going to put it there. Lighter area on the lower eyelash, maybe a little bit eyelash on the lower part of this. Clean that up a bit. So that's pretty much everything stuff. I could have, fixed more, but basically, watch out. It's really important to get the value pretty accurate. We'll make another layer here. And be bold with your value. And then tone them down later. Just I'm gonna tone that. Just slightly darker here. So you can see the area of the nose. It's like slightly mid-tone. And you have the nose bits there. And then this come down here at angle there. So you need to move this in a bit. And on the hair, you know, simplify a little bit. Just also gotta fix it a bit more. Spot TV. Okay, I'm not gonna finish this whole thing, but you get the idea. I'm gonna move on to the other picture. Make sense? Because now she's like looking more up, and then the highlight is the easy part. Is just add them there. I don't think I need to add them, but possibly, perhaps. So you can see that there's like 3 spotlight that kind of shining on her. One, two, three. Three. This is it's actually the hard part. 3. It's like super tiny. And you see 1, 2. Actually, that is a lighter part of the iris, slightly. And I'm going to thicken the eyebrow a little bit on this side. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here. Otherwise, it's going to go on forever. But you get the point, hopefully. I will send this to you probably tomorrow or something. But if you're watching this live, feel free to ask me any question. This I'm just painting, do the paintover for my Patreon that posting on my Patreon page, my Patreon on Patreon page. English is hard, right? Don't speak them well. Okay, there we go. This could be a bit darker there. I'm going to move on to other stuff now. Alright, so there. Maybe I should move that down a bit. See, it's never end. Like, it's hard for me to stop painting. Something is off. Okay, fuck. I need to fix the eyebrows. I mean the eyelash. And should have more area here and less area here. A little bit more area there. Just a tiny little stuff. No, I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it. And add some more of the eyelash on the lower part. Same as the other side, basically. Alright, so there. I hope that makes sense. Let me cheat a little bit here. That should be slightly lighter there, but I couldn't get it to be lighter for some particular reason. Here a little bit. And in here you get slight texture. Yeah, I'm just gonna do one pass here. Come on, man. And try to get the shape right. But for the most part, it looks nice. Not that there's anything big that is wrong with it. It's just small stuff. All right. So well done.